Let me save that.
Yeah.
Again.
Like clouting it up.
Clout.
Just like this episode of Backyard Therapy. We out here.
We are out here. Who's all here?
Got Francois.
It's your boy Saint Dior.
And we got.
Yeah, we got Aaron here, the special guest.
There we go. There we
The
go.
specialist.
The
We are the
specialist.
specialist. There you go.
Back
That's
in
the name.
the yeah.
Say the
The
specialist.
specialist
specialist.
back in the yard.
You know how I go.
But there's something different with us this time.
What happened, babe? Did the
We-
5G kick in?
No.
No.
No, it didn't. In fact, we are fully vaxxed
Oh, flip.
on this pod, man.
Now, please don't unfollow us.
That's a legitimate
Yeah.
that's a legitimate concern.
Mhm.
But no, for real, we out there. This is our first pod, fully vaxxed. We
Back.
feeling good.
We took a little break. We had to deal with some things, but
Yeah.
we're back. Talk about some important topics, some funny topics, some side topics, whatever. But we're fully vaxxed. The microchip is fully activated right now. We are completely robots, so I don't know,
Do you think it was one microchip or was
bro. It
the
was
second
many.
one? Okay.
It was like a plethora of microchips that they implanted inside us, and that's why we're here.
We're just doing what they say.
We just doing what they say. We
Like, Chi-
following.
Yeah, China's like they're
Yeah.
behind the control room. They're just pressing buttons and we just moving how they press it.
Niggas tell me I could die.
Well,
I'm sorry, the literal people, I'm being honest. The literal people
Yeah?
is like, when they told them that I'm fully vaccinated, like, oh, okay, let me know when you die, or like, when you get that blood clot or something like that. And I'm like, wait, y'all are like really tripping out. And I had a conversation with my grandma, she's like, oh, you're fully vaccinated? I was like, yeah. She's like, then she showed me her arm, with the old vaccine, the flu vaccine.
Right.
She's like, I didn't vax. I was like, Mom, it's not the same. I told her. She's like, I ain't getting that. That's fine, but it's literally not the same thing, unfortunately.
well, you could get it.
Huh?
I mean, she said I ain't getting it. It's like
Yeah, because she's like, oh yeah, I have this vaccine, so this should counteract this new
I hate Aaron that so much, babe.
pandemic.
if only it was that easy,
Only
where we
that
just have to
simple.
take one
One
vaccine,
vaccine forever.
and everything is erased.
We're immune to death.
Yeah, exactly. The anti-death vaccine. That's gonna be the.
Anti-death vaccine,
The,
dog.
the Bahamian scientists got to work down.
You know that.
Bro, I could tell. I could be.
That's that
Wait.
Noonie.
That's-
Be in the
that's-
lab making cerci and switch up.
That's Noonie, that's Switcher, that's Cersei, that's Canal Water.
Of course. And salt water. Canal and salt water.
And salt water.
You know that
Of
salt
course.
water
Gotta
heals
get-
everything.
Gotta get up.
You
in
know
the
what I
truth.
always used to hate is the side thing. When I was in school, or even out of school, where dudes or females or people would be, or older than us would be like, oh yeah, all they gotta do is go in the salt water and that can tighten you right up. And I'm like, but what are y'all talking about, Lee? What are you talking about?
You know, a lot of old Bahamians, they have their like at home remedies to a lot of issues. Like, oh, you loose? Go
Yeah,
jump in the water for
Yeah,
10
what is
minutes.
that?
Yeah, your vibe is loose. Go in the water for 10 minutes, you could be tightened
tighten
right
right
up.
up.
And I always thought that was one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard. Like, I understand, oh yeah, if you're feeling bad, if you got some cuts or whatever, because salt water is good for you in certain instances. Sure. Or if you're sick. But like that particular thing, I would find that weird, and I'm like, why are old people pushing this? Why are y'all saying this? Who told y'all that?
Their parents.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Right.
that's all they knew.
I'm a fool. It's the
Maybe-
microchip again.
We're all fools.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's just how they were growing up. You know, they a lot of the time they didn't get these stuff from books. They
No.
they kind of just hear it from their parents, and then their parents hear it from their
Their
parents, and it's
yeah.
just like
A continuous
generational.
cycle.
Right. I mean, some things kind of work. Like, I guess if you're sick, you could boil up certain leaves,
Yeah,
drink
yeah,
that,
that
and
would help.
yeah, that's cool. But
Yeah.
to say like, I'm still on this canal thing.
Yeah,
man.
the canal
that's
water.
probably the most
The
shocking
canal is
thing.
nasty, dog.
Wait, my
The canal is where they dump everything.
bro. Anyway,
Anyway, but how do you feel after? How was your second dose? How do you feel after being fully vaxxed now?
I feel good.
I feel
I
good.
feel free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, despite how everyone would make it seem like, oh, you're a slave now and they tracking you. I mean, I feel free. I mean, in the following months, where more than likely it will be inevitable how we will be heavily restricted traveling to like different places, not even outside the island. I'm talking about just going.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
internationally.
Oh yeah.
Not even that. I mean, just like going to a government place.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
the
A
registrar,
building, yeah,
for
yeah.
example, for
It's
you to
gonna
walk
be
in.
necessary.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll with the yellow card.
The signs are gonna change from just mask to being like fully
Max,
vaccinated,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
And a lot of these businesses are going to make their employees get vaccinated. I feel like
It's probably gonna be restaurants
Just-
first.
restaurants, anywhere that you have to deal with like servitude, dealing
Hotels.
with people, hotels.
I
for
think
sure.
I think hotels will be first.
They're gonna be like, bro, you can't come back here unless you're fully vaccinated.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they want to open up, they want to allow other people to come there, who's probably not even vaccinated, and probably
But more so the staff, like I think they're gonna be the first ones to have to get hit with that
Yes.
deadline if they haven't received it already. Because
Sure.
you're expecting all these foreign dignitaries and the tourists and stuff.
yes,
Wait, you got to make sure your people straight.
Mm-hmm.
agreed. So that could be a very interesting thing when it happens, because I know a lot of Bahamians are very against the vaccine. So a lot of people probably could lose jobs. A lot of people probably ain't gonna be able to travel and do a lot of things in the next few months before the year's out. I promise you, things are gonna be different.
But isn't that foolish, way?
Mm.
Isn't it foolish to be? Oh, I have to pay this fine of a couple $1,000s, or I gotta be locked up for like 5 days just because you wanted to sneak away with like a fake test or pass?
I always
Wait.
feel like that was ridiculous. That's a ridiculous thing to do.
That's crazy,
That's
and
a crazy thing.
all
to do.
because I mean, wait,
Just take the test if it's that serious,
just they don't want to pay for the test.
bro.
And
It's
they,
like 100.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
certain
yeah.
places that doing it for 20.
yeah, you could get it for the low if you know where to go. But it seems like wait, and all of this just to avoid like something that has like a bunch of conspiracies swirling around it.
Weirdly enough,
I don't know. I can understand if you have like a bunch of underlying health issues and
Yes.
that would be a concern.
Yeah,
I still don't recommend like getting some fake shit to try to fool the man. 'Cause
yep.
the
it's
man
not
can
gonna-
catch you.
They're
can
gonna
catch
figure
you.
it out. They can test for it properly. They know what's going on. So like, let's not do that.
But
Yeah.
do they though? I mean, these government employees, they supposed to be checking these things. Do they really?
Over here,
Yeah.
no.
They-
But I guess more so if you're trying to attempt to travel.
Mm.
GG.
Yeah,
luck.
a couple people already get hold in the free
Yes,
in the
in the
airport.
airport.
Yeah.
I'm sure more people doing it.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh
They're
yeah.
getting past with it too, because they know people in the airport. They could just be like, oh yeah, da da da.
Right.
But then it could be an issue when they're trying to come back. Because, they may test over there. I don't even know. I ain't traveled since the pandemic, so it's like, I don't know the process. But I knew when my Grammy came back from away, she had to take a COVID test before she was able to travel back.
I see.
So that's something. Even my cousin who went from inter-islands,
Right.
she had to take a COVID test to go back.
Hmm.
So, I don't know, but it's simple. I feel like people should just, if you want to travel, if you want to do these certain things and you don't want to get the vaccine, just take the COVID test, baby. Don't go forward some papers, bro. You could just embarrass yourself in the airport, but you never want to get embarrassed in the airport.
For real, eh?
That's one of my not a big fear, but a fear of mine, like getting arrested or like embarrassed in the airport, because the airport has so much people inside
Yeah,
there.
a bunch of people.
Bunch of people.
More than likely, somebody in there. So
Exactly.
yeah.
He's always almost see someone when you're traveling. That's my opinion.
definitely.
So we have a friend who decided to give us not give us but throw us a little topic.
Yeah.
You want to get into that?
Yeah, babe.
Okay.
Dating in high school.
Mm.
Dating in high school.
Now, what do you mean by dating in high school now?
Like, you in grade 10, 9, 10, 11, you
Okay.
get, you it's either like a classmate or a girl from another school, usually around your age, you start what you would call at that point like a relationship. You try to go out, you see each other, you gotta catch her out, you gotta let your parents drop you there, their parents gotta drop them there. It's a little situation like that's
You gotta
main-
know each other parents too.
right.
Gotta meet the kids.
Now our friend, his point was that he finds it, in retrospect, we're older now.
Yes.
In retrospect, he finds it a bit strange how people would try to date in high school, because you don't really your personality doesn't really develop until like into the 20s, later 20s, mid 20s.
Yes.
So it would be kind of almost a waste of time to try to date somebody in that time.
But we don't think like that as we're growing up. I mean, you're just experiencing something new, and it's like the urge to have that experience that drives a lot of these niggas to go simping around in high school.
Well, I think it's a lot of, these, it would be maybe like a preemptive experience. Like, I don't know. I'll give an example because I dated in high school.
Right.
I dated a classmate, and we lasted a little while outside of high school. Now, I was thinking about it today, and people who actually manage to find this relationship in school and then make it last for many, many years outside of that, I find it a bit commendable because, first of all, people is awkward. Like, high school, that's like a shield, babe. That's like a barrier.
Right.
And I could say that for men and women, for girls and boys. That's a barrier. When you get out of school and you start like working, going to school and stuff, then you start like contact with other people. And at that point, very quickly, interests start to go elsewhere. And you'll find that a lot of these relationships don't last out of high school.
Right.
So going back to what I was saying about me, I dated this female, got out of high school, and it ended probably 3 years, two years after that, because other people started to enter the picture, and they bring other things to the table, and it's like, fine, it is what it is. But when I look back on it now, I used to say like things to her like, we're gonna make this. I can marry you. We got these kids.
Bushy-eyed.
Yeah, bushy-eyed, bright-eyed, in the feelings, in the emotions, but not knowing everything that happens after high school. Like I was saying before, to you, like high school is like a barrier. It's a force field way. When you exit high school, you outside all type of other people you start to encounter.
Yes.
So that mixes up the dynamic, and
then you change, you and the other person changes, and because the environment changes.
Exactly. I can't say I could have been with that same female up to this point. Like just how the type of person I was, the type of person she was, seeing, like looking at all the years pass. And then on top of that, I wouldn't have wanted to limit myself at that point anyway.
Wouldn't have wanted it.
Right, you wouldn't know. Like you wouldn't. Of course, it seemed cool at the time, but why should you limit yourself at that point, Ray? You are fresh out of high school, 17, 18. Why are you locking yourself down like that?
You're just becoming an adult. You're just actually looking like how you're supposed to look. Like you could have been a whole goon looking inside high school.
Yeah,
so like
exactly.
And like you're just picking out of this particular litter.
I mean, people misidentify like what it actually means to be growing up like that. Though.
Exactly.
Because they go and they come up fresh out of high school. They realize that their personalities clashing, that different scenarios in their relationship aren't working, but they'll fight past it.
Yep.
Because they say, "Oh, I have to make a family. I have to become a man. I have to." What is that?
What is that tradition of, and then parents also play a big role inside that as well. They like, they support it and whatnot. And now I understand, now that I'm older, why certain parents don't want you to really have like no serious relationship while you're in high school, because they understand that, hey, look, you ain't even going to college yet, you ain't going on a job yet, you ain't experience what you need to experience yet. So my perspective on dating in high school is, it's just, you just be hype up, man. You got your hormones, everybody, this gal, you figuring things out. So like, you want to have like a girlfriend because, in my opinion, how it seemed, it was like, it's cool to have a girlfriend. If you have a girlfriend, use that dude. If you're getting all these gals, use that dude.
Right.
And like, it wasn't even about no like smashing thing or whatever. It was more so like kissing and just being able to be up under her You know, you walk in a home or whatever, it's more like that, and it's like you get clout off of that. Clout didn't exist back then, but like that's what clout is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like you get this like clout.
Social
So
capital.
yeah, so now I know a couple, like there's like 2 people who I graduated with that dated in high school and literally still together and probably and actually married. I think at least one of them are married.
Oh, that's crazy.
So like it could work. I know it happens. However, in my perspective and how I've seen things and experienced things, like Francois said, like I can't imagine my high school crushes, me dating them now, because I just look back at it and be like, wait, I was stupid, and this gal was even more stupid than I was.
Yeah.
And like oh man, like you think back and be like, wait, how could I how did I even feel this way about this girl? And then just like, wait, you growing up, and then you've experienced, like as you grow up, you experience different people, different environments. You meet actual women, people who make sense, like-minded things.
Yeah.
And then you make the decision from there.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand when people like, yo, use your 20s to date people so you can figure out what you want to do.
That's very well said, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't erase the experience. Like,
Because you got to go through it.
you gotta go through it, babe. That's like, you know, I don't know if anyone else would share the same sentiment, but like that was like my first real like heartbreak, babe. That was my first experience of like going through everything. That was like literally my first experience with every sort of adult interaction you would have, whether it's like sex or, you know, going out with somebody or just dealing with emotions of like, you know, trust. Trust. Yeah,
I guess
trust.
openness, your ability to be open with another person.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then, once again, like you said earlier, Francois, like, you haven't fully developed yet, but like,
No way.
I'm not even talking physically, I'm talking mentally.
Yeah.
Like, you still don't know what you really like, and that's going to change, and you have to understand that. You may be cool with this now, but that person that you may like turns into someone else, and you turn into someone else, and y'all ain't gonna be on the same page. Like, high school, like you said, is a barrier. When
Yeah.
you out in the real world, you gotta be an adult, and pray to Lord you don't have no kid with this person. Because
For
y'all
real.
stuck unnecessarily.
Stuck.
And you don't love each other, you don't love yourself, you don't love her, you just there to attempt to like keep it going together. Like, I hate that. Don't do that. If it ain't working, just leave. Just stop it. Break it off. Be amicable, and then move on from there. That's how I feel about it.
Definitely.
Because all you can do is mess up that child's life.
A lot of these people are having kids straight out of high school too, man. Like,
Never got it.
I mean,
Never got it.
like, I don't know, like, stop.
That's the microchip, you see?
Go away, man. Anyway, you know, it's I forgot what I was even gonna say. We could probably move on.
Yeah.
Stupid windows distracting me. Anyway, freshman class XXL 2021. I brought up the picture just now. There's been a lot of talks about these guys
And gals.
and gals.
Yep.
There's a lot of people here, and I say often I'm not the biggest hip hop head out there, but there's a lot of people on this list who are controversial for sure. Let's see, we got Lakia, 42 Dub, Doug, Ruby Rose, Pooh Shiesty, Coy Leray, Flo Millie. That's just a few of them. I mean, those are the ones that I'm gonna say because I know their names.
Yeah.
Everyone else I don't really recognize. So how do you feel about the controversy about?
I didn't see no controversy, at least
No?
in my opinion. I just saw people actually praising it because there's a lot more females on there than usual. And these are the people that's actually popping right now, per se.
I've seen I've seen a few people talk about how this is like a very weak list because people here aren't recognizable.
But people have been saying that, but I disagree. Pooh Shiesty is one of the hardest rappers right now. Coy
Definitely.
Leray has literally been pushing herself. If you don't know any of her songs, she's been just showing herself off, so you know who she is. Ruby Rose has been an Instagram model for years.
That's-
She came from
that's-
Tumblr.
That's kind of the one I wanted to kind of really talk about.
Yeah,
That's a brag.
she been fine, and now she started rapping. 42 Doug get put on because I think he started he got a hit with Lil Baby.
Hold on, wait, let's roll it back. Ruby
Uh-huh.
Rose, right? So you think she deserves a spot on this list?
I think that she was supposed to get it before time because she's been rapping for like a few years now.
But does that necessarily qualify you to be on the list? Like just rapping? Don't you have to be like,
I think because
Good?
she already has no.
all right,
And that's unfortunately where we are with XXL.
damn.
You just have to have a certain amount of following and people that you know. And I feel like they wanted to include a lot of females this time. Ian Dior, Maury deserves to be on this list. He made Quicksand. Quicksand is a very amazing song in my opinion. Flo Milli is a female rapper. I heard some of her songs. She actually could rap.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think she's been doing this for a while actually. So I think she actually deserves this. Tusi as well. Tusi been popping for the last I guess 2 years. Every time I go on Twitter, it's like a Tusi something. So I think he deserves to be on this list. So I think, in my opinion, I think it's a decent list.
It's a
Like
decent list, okay.
aside from a couple people and like you said, the questionable Ruby Rose, no diss to her, but like I feel like they just wanted to put more females on the list than usual as well.
Unfortunately, I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, okay. So you think that would add to this like era we're slipping in where we just have to include people or categories or else it's gonna be an
That's what I
issue?
was gonna
Yes.
say.
You think?
Yes,
that's-
I
yeah.
think we've been there actually.
Hmm.
That influences basically talent over having to be PC. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just what that is. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I think Pooh Shicey's in jail right now.
He is.
Was Fabio foreign on any list before this? Because I think he deserves to be on this list, in my opinion.
Definitely.
5e for sure.
Was Pop Smoke on one of the lists?
I don't know, you know. That's another person that, if he wasn't on a prior list, needs to be on needed to be on the list. But I think if he hasn't, they probably didn't put him on this list because probably didn't want to like make it even more controversial. You know what I mean?
I understand. Fabio is on the 2020 XSL freshman.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Good for him. He
Yeah,
deserves
good
it.
for him. He deserved it.
2020 had some hot
People on it.
hot people on it, bro. You got Mulatto, Rod Wave,
Oh,
Fabi, 24K Golden. He still does the thing. NLE, that's our boy.
yeah.
Jack Harlow,
Yep.
Lil TJ. I mean, I don't listen to his stuff, but he there.
Yeah, he does. He do things.
He do things. Yeah,
Yeah, 2020 is probably
it's a decent list.
a decent list.
I mean, I think everybody would probably mostly agree that list, I think it was, 2014, that had, like, 21 Savage, Uzi, Kodak,
Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty, like, that was, like,
That was a
that was
disgusting list.
a disgusting list. That was
Yeah, babe.
that list is coming to for your throat,
Yeah,
man.
but even though all the freestyle wasn't too cool, it was like it made sense because those were all the people that was like popping at that time.
And even afterwards, they still,
Yeah, representing.
they still,
relevant.
these dudes are more than
They
relevant.
got it right. They definitely got it right.
Definitely. Next topic,
Hey,
females.
oh lord.
Relationships. We probably should have added this in after the dating in high school part.
Yeah, but it's cool.
That's cool. Females going quote unquote gay after a bad breakup.
So it's a difficult thing. You know what I mean? To speak about because you don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah,
Like
of course.
people who are actually like probably gay or homosexual or whatever. That I feel like that happens and they know from like a very young age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like ingrained and that would always be the thing. I can't speak on females because I'm not a female, but I'm going to speak on females because this is my perspective.
Yeah,
My
of course,
opinion.
of course.
Please. I think that it's crazy and I think it's trendy right now for females to just be like, I understand the support, but like females are actually like just doing like more homosexual or gay stuff for clout. Like
Yeah.
like slapping ass and doing all this and then being naked around the girls because it's like it gains them attention. They want that fame, they want that clout, and a lot of females are like, I'm gonna like women now because y'all niggas ain't shit because you know niggas ain't shit. Sorry, is like the thing that's
Right.
popular now, and there are a lot of dudes that are actually trash, and I understand that.
Sure.
But I think like it's just trendy and popular for females to actually just go gay now because they dealt with some dude that treated them a certain way, and so they're like, oh no, a females are gonna treat me better. You know what I mean? It's like not actually dealing with the actual issue. But if you're straight this whole time, like you think a female ain't gonna do the same thing to you, especially these like butch.
Bro, a lot of them are worse.
Exactly.
A lot of them are worse for like bounce backs. I mean, manipulative. I've heard of so many. I've known like females who, internet, they straight. They straight. They can't deny it, but they straight. I mean, they may have like a girl crush or two, but at the end of the day, they still want a child and stuff. I mean, and that doesn't make you straight necessarily, but they're straight.
They're straight.
Now, I like I said, I know a few who were dealing with a bunch of niggas, or they come to the point where it's just like you see them start to increase in the amount of dudes that they would have around them, or dudes that they're trying to like find this sort of thing with, like, oh, I want an actual good man and of the sort.
They don't want no good man. They like bad treatment. Because if they went with the actual good man, the dudes actually attempt to be there for them, then they'd be good. They like the danger. They like the bad treatment. They like when dudes get aggressive and talk to them a certain type of way. But I'm sorry. I've talked to many females inside my life, babe, and this is the conclusion that I've come from. Y'all like bad treatment. Y'all like. No, I'm not talking about abuse.
Yeah.
Y'all like when dudes get angry and start cursing and like getting aggressive. Y'all like that.
Of course.
So it's like it's weird when dudes cross the line, but y'all know these dudes have this certain type of tendencies. But like a healthy relationship doesn't involve that way. Like of course if you playing or whatever, but it's like y'all don't know these dudes, babe.
They don't want no healthy relationship, babe. They don't want that.
They don't want that. They want the danger. They want to be riding on the back of the
the Harley.
Not even the Harley.
Yeah, the
dirt bike. No helmet.
The Honda.
The Honda. The 650. No helmet. That's what they want. So it's like y'all want to do all that, and then y'all get to a certain age, and then y'all like, oh, I want to settle down now, and then nobody is being to y'all, dog, because y'all looks and fade. Y'all don't have nothing to y'all name because you was too busy messing around with these stupid dudes instead of building with some dude that makes sense.
But hold on. So say that's not the case for a certain percent of the population of the female population in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think you would encounter the opposite? Have you encountered the opposite?
Of like females that actually want like something decent.
Yeah, like women who know themselves, who have a strong, I guess, or an established sense of self, like identity.
Yeah.
They know what they want. They don't go around doing all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And how much would you say?
I'd say that that's a kind of low percentage for me, and all of those females are either my age or a little bit older. That's a very common thing, and they are my friends. Me and them are actually friends because we can talk about it because they understand the male perspective and then they give me the female perspective. So if I'm tripping on something or I say something, they'll be like, hey, look, this and that, and those are my friends, and they tell me dating is trash over here, so they tell me all the things that dudes be doing to them, all the stuff that niggas be doing to them. So I tell them the things that females be doing to me, and then they be like, yo, yeah, females are like this and they'll do this and they'll do that, and that gives me a whole different perspective on that. And that's why I understand this on a different level. It's like but it's just trendy right now, and I've been paying attention to that because they know that dudes willing to pay money and pay views and pay attention and give them all the fame and clout what they want, just because it's not one girl with a fat butt, it's two girls and she's slapping and they kissing and whatnot, and it's like, babe, you don't even really like this gal, babe.
Yeah.
You don't like this gal, babe.
Yeah. A lot of them would be like searching for something, babe. I
Something,
don't know what it is.
It's attention, though.
I'll take it back to where I was coming from. And these girls would start liking females or whatever, and they would just live this wild life,
Wild.
and like you could see examples of it of like the girls who are our age now and a little bit older, like they'll tell you like, yeah, I've been through that life before, but now I'm like, I have my decent job, I just trying to have some kids, trying to have a husband. But they just initiate this wild lifestyle. Like I'll give an example of one that I know personally.
Yeah.
Like I said, the straightest gal. Now she's with a girl, right? Because she already been through all these situations with these bad dudes, always posting, I just want a good guy and this and that. Cool. Now she's with girls. And I was like, okay, well, this might, like I was talking, I was like, this might be, are you happy? Like this and that. She's like, yeah, I'm happy because I ain't gonna deal with this. Meanwhile, like, on the other hand, she's telling me is like, yeah, we used to be fighting every day, and she run up on my job and scraping up my car, and then on the third hand, there's like, oh yeah, but me and her, we used to be juicing or whatever, and then a dude is coming and he's juicing us, and it's like this lifestyle, it's craziness, mate. And you would hear this. It's a common thing.
Yes, it is.
It's a common thing, baby.
It is very common.
Yeah.
Now, girls who come together and y'all like each other and y'all make it last and work out, cool, fine. I'm down with that, baby. But this trend. I used to say this trend of just I heard and I gotta move on to girls and then
all you find and whatnot, and that's a bit like, babe, like it's weird, babe.
Yeah.
And I'm not homophobic in the least part.
No.
It's just I've paid attention to this growing for the past couple of years, and I'm all for women supporting women. But like I can see a cash grab, a clout grab from a mile away, babe. Y'all just confused, babe. And y'all don't love yourself, and y'all need to take time and figure out what you need to do and stop dealing with these type of dudes.
Yep.
If y'all keep dealing with those type of dudes, then it keep happening.
The reality is, though, that they could do it. They have the option. So
yeah,
it probably is. It's not gonna stop as a potential. Plan C or Plan D.
Bro, I can expose myself right now. It's a female that me and you know, Tigo, right?
Yeah.
She's be on Twitter, on Facebook, posting, I can't find no good man, this and that, this and that. I hop in her DMs, boy, and I's a good nigga, boy. Hey. I said I's a decent dude, boy. Okay. I don't do a bunch of crap, boy. I don't be cheating or nothing like that. I hop in the DMs, boy. I say, hey, what's going on? This and that, this and that. Talk for a little bit. I was like, so what? You interested? I'm a good guy. Maybe we could just start off slow in this. And she, you know what the gal tell me? She was like, could you, this isn't verbatim, but she was like, my question was, do you want to do this? Are you interested? And her response was, with a question, could you put this in my bank account?
What?
I blue tick away. You think I'm crazy?
That is actually ridiculous.
So it's just be cap, babe. It's cap.
It's cap. It's a whole different level.
It's cap.
Where we're at right now, and unfortunately, we live in the Cash App, OnlyFans age right now, and it's blowing up because of the pandemic. But
it's a form of objectification, babe. To be honest, if you think about it,
it is.
It's kind of weird.
I guess it's females realizing the power of the pussy. They doing it. But your boy or not. But anyway, it's happening. But But hey, that's our take on it.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know how y'all feel about it.
Yeah, but comment, let us know.
Let us know how you
If
feel
we-
about that
if
particular.
we-
If we tripping,
If we tripping, let us know.
Let us know. But y'all let us know y'all experience and y'all story too.
Yeah.
But you've been seeing like I've been seeing like a bunch of homeless people on the street, dog.
Mm.
It's been a lot. I've been seeing them constantly, especially since I've been on the road recently. What's going on, bro?
Yeah.
It's the COVID, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting younger too.
It's the COVID way. It's the COVID. Unfortunately, you know, it's a lot of just not being able to get a job. Like a lot of these people are already coming out of high school.
Yeah.
They live in terrible situations.
Yep.
You know, you can't really help that. You're born into that,
Uh-huh.
and just nobody really hiring right now.
Yeah,
Really,
nobody
Ain't
hiring.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Even my friggin' job, these dudes ain't hiring.
no, nobody's hiring right
Because
now.
they-
They're trying to let go of people.
Right, they trying to let go because people don't have money.
Uh-huh.
They ain't coming in. They ain't hopping in. They ain't coming. These dudes, they aren't going to like
They
Micronet.
Yeah.
Micronet, they probably ain't seeing as big of a profit as they were like before COVID because hey, computers ain't a priority right now.
No.
Priorities are groceries. Gotta pay the bills. That's pretty much it. So I think COVID is driving these people to the streets, and I mean, it's a sad reality, bro.
Yeah, and it's the sad thing is it's COVID on top of other shit that's been just going rampant for too long as well, like housing. It's ridiculous just to find a flat, just to find a place to live. It's kind of
Everything costs a whole lot
Yes,
over here.
and people don't make money.
And we
Yeah.
do not make enough money.
we do not make
Period.
close to enough money, right?
And then on top of that, Bahamians aren't financially responsible anyway.
Bruh.
So when they do get money, they just spend it on frivolous shit.
But minimum wage, these brothers out there, they working minimum wage, just like 180, 190 a week. The cost of living just went up like a couple weeks ago. So it's like, you getting $200. What are you gonna do with that? Wait,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with that? And a lot of these brothers already
Bro.
out here with kids.
Gas is $5 a gallon.
Yeah,
Over
gas.
$5 a gallon. bro.
Gas is $5.
So
a
you're
gallon.
spending like almost $100 a week on gas because there's traffic, because there's so much cars on the road. It's like people can't survive off that, bro. You can't pay no bills with that, bro. And then we got all these other foreign people coming over here and whatnot, thriving, getting certain jobs. It's like, but then on top of that, also Bahamians ain't really trying to work. They ain't really trying to work, bro. Because these gas stations and all these other places need people, and y'all have too much pride to be applying to these places, babe.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes you gotta
stupid.
swallow that pride.
Swallow that pride, get up. But yeah, but there's been an increase, like homeless people. They've been running up on me in my car. Me and Francois was on the street. The windows down. We saw this bum walking towards us, and he like pulled something, like attempted to pull something out of his like pants or something.
Yeah, but that was weird.
He got spooked. Yeah, I had to speed up.
Yeah, but that was kind of weird.
Yeah, but he
What
thought
is-
he
what
was
is
going
he- what is
to
he got?
pull out a gun or like some knife and try to stab on us inside there. But the
Man.
windows is down. I was scared.
He ain't got no food, but you know he got something.
He had something on him, bro.
He got the
Yeah, always got
So
something.
like,
Yeah.
yep. Everybody
Yeah,
gotta
something.
like pay attention. Be very wary of this, babe. But like, I just noticing more young homeless people on the street. So hopefully that changes. Y'all let us know what y'all think with that.
It's about to hit 40 minutes. You wanna call that a show?
You can wrap it up.
Yeah.
We can just shout out Rory and Mo. They started their podcast.
Mm.
AAAA.
Mm.
So
I haven't listened to it yet. So.
I've listened to one episode. I'll listen to some more.
Mm.
But it's just funny. I wanted to say that because I remember Joe saying that he wanted to sue the he was going to sue the pants off them, but he started one,
Yeah.
and they put it on Spotify too. But then he recanted that. But shout out to them. But that's episode what 26.
Yeah, it's episode 27, I believe.
26.
We can find out.
We can figure it out. Y'all can figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, see it in the streets.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
it's your boy Saint Dior.
It's Francois.
Mm-hmm.
It's specialty Aaron is
Era,
here.
Era, the specialist.
Specialist. And we out here.
We out there. Peace.
Thanks.